Well, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do this small Brazilian agate slab. I'm going to make a freeform cab out of it. I'm just going to use whatever I can get out of this shape. I'll have to smooth off some of this just to keep this hump from being there. Round off the end a little bit here. But it's got no fractures in it. Well, let's take that back. It's got one little fracture right there on the edge, but I don't think it's going to make any difference once I round it off on both sides. Because I'm going to go ahead and use these wheels on this, because I'm not going to keep it flat. So it's not going to be a sample, it's going to be a cab. And I'll go ahead and get started, and I'll bring you back in when I get it shaped, and then right before I take it to the 280 grit, which I'm hoping will work. I think I've pretty much beat it to death already. I need to order a couple, and I should have done it, but I'm not going to wait. I'm going to wait a little bit, and I'm just going to order a couple and have an extra on hand if I can't get this one to work today. It's not been working for me real good. It's been scratching real bad on the edges when I'm running it this way or this way. This is just a little bit wider. It might end up being about the same width by the time I get it shaped, but I don't know for a fact till I get it shaped. Got a little bit of a tag end on the where I cut it in the saw, but that ain't going to be no problem to get out either, because I'm going to have to round it down anyway. I'm going to kind of round it down from the edges this way on both sides, and then round it down on the edges this way, so that I can run it like this and like this, where I can go like this and not have to worry about catching the edges. I probably won't get much this way on these two wheels. Probably do most of it this way to start out with, but in the end it's going to end up where I can do it that way on all the other ones without catching the edges of this, I'm hoping. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'll see you when I get it shaped. I'm going to keep a little bit of this footage for now, but fill this water. I'll do that when I take my first break. Okay, here's my shape. Let me show it on this one first, and then I'll show it on the other one. It's a lot thinner than it was. It's letting light through a little better. No, that's not going to work. It'll work better on the other one, because then I can block it out with the actual stone. Stop looking over your glasses. It's not a lot thinner, but it's a little bit thinner just because I rounded it. And it's thinner on these, excuse me, it's thinner on these ends than it is in the center, of course. Now let me dry it off. I think I decided this time I wasn't leaving any 80 grit scratches in there anywhere. I've got a few little pits. But they're all from the, you can see the white spots. They're all from the 220, so they should be easy enough to get out even with my wore out. I got another kind of a pit or inclusion right there. I don't know what that is. I think it's probably just a little bit of a darker stuff that's embedded into the rock, because there are some things in there that aren't quite lining up. I'm going to go over that one more time, but anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start it on the, I'm going to knock that off there real quick, and then I'll start it on the 280 grit. Let that long enough. Still had some side-to-side scratches on there too from the 80 grit, or it may have been from the 220 even. I don't know, but I just didn't want them on there. So you're gonna get all the weird scratches off first. A little white spot beside it looked like it might have been a 280 or an 80 grit pit also. Okay, that got him. This all has so much, because it's like a cloudy agate, it's got so much quartz in it that you can accidentally open up a quartz pocket. Oh, that ain't good. Gouged it. I remember gouging it, but I thought I had it out. I may have just got it somehow. What's bad is I can't see behind my hand. When I got a hold of it, I can't see behind my hand, and so I can't tell what's hitting and where. And yeah, that's not off of there. Bit of a ledge I didn't want either. Okay, now we can start on the 280. I thought I turned that on. I had to because it was wet. I shut it off and didn't remember it, evidently. Okay, I got it ready on the 280 grit. Getting ready to take it to the 600, and I'll take it all through those wheels and then show it to you when I get done. And we'll be all finished. I still got a few little pits, but I think I can get those out on the 600 grit, I hope. If I can, I'll step back to the 280 real quick, but I want to get a little bit more of that the rest of the surface down a little bit with this other grit because I know it cuts better than the 280. And that way I can that way it won't take as long. That 280 is not cutting all that good. And I've got down as many as I can. Oh, let me get my light out. You know, I hate this light. I wish I had some regular type of light. Pretty good looking agate. I like all agates anyway, but I'm a little prejudiced when it comes to agates. I hate working them, especially when I still can't remember from one day to the next how much pressure I need to be putting on there. Oh, get in my pocket. I like to clip it to my pocket so I don't lose it. Okay, here we go. It's 8:30. Been working on this since 11 o'clock this morning. I have taken a few breaks. Took a break at about 5. Ate supper. And then another one about 7:30. Got a little mark there that I hadn't seen. Well, I nicked it. I dropped it when I was working on this wheel, and it popped up and hit the corner of this one underneath. And then I dropped it again, and it hit the corner of this one and did one of these. It was like this. It took me a while to get it out of there. The first one wasn't as deep on that with the 220 grit. The 80 grit one was pretty deep, and it was real thin until it got around and hooked. I don't know which way it hooked, which side it hooked on. I could probably find a few of the pits left from it, but anyway, it's kind of stopped and did a double take in the center of the stone there. I was right there. I still got a couple of little pits left from it. Okay, got that one off. Okay, I'm finished. Let's go ahead and show this bad boy. Let's see if I left this. No, I didn't. There we go. I think that's maybe a little bit better than the other bit. Okay, let me back off the zoom a tad. There's the, oh, Dang telemarketers. You got to call at the wrong times. I don't know if that came out over the air or not either, or on the microphone, whether it, I'm wearing my headphones and they're also connected to my phone and my iPod, so I heard the ringing in my ear. I don't know if you could hear it in the audio. It's got a great shine on it. I've still got a few little white spots or yellow, lighter yellow spots on there. Oh, focus already. You can see the white spots, but they're underneath because I can't see any pits. Let's try this. If I can get that off camera and still get it behind the agate. There we go. That's a little better. This down here is really clear too, compared to the rest of it, which is kind of cloudy looking. There it is on the other camera. Took me 2 days to do it. I spent 11 o'clock to 8:30 yesterday, and then it didn't take as long today because I give up halfway through I'd done one side on the 600 grit, and then I decided I was done for the night. It was time to watch some TV, so hey, I guess I could get that out of your guys' way. But I like this. I like this stuff. I always have. I'd like to have some guaranteed non-fractured other agates nodules that I can make into smaller cabs than this, or maybe even Brazilian agates, but I want something a little more colorful. Without being able to pick it up myself, I don't want to, or go out and look at it myself before I purchase it. I don't want to take the chance of not being able to look at it and see the fractures in it. That's not going to tell you whether there's any fractures inside of it, but sometimes you can see them on the outside, and if they go all the way around, then you know it goes all the way through. But I'll have to, I have to go somewhere else besides Illinois to do that. I can find Lake Superior agates at the rock shop down in McKanda, but I don't really care for Lake Superior agates all that much. There's too much quartz in them. They're too small. I have had some bigger ones that I was able to make cabs out of that were good. And I've had some smaller ones that were fractured that I still made cabs out of, just because the fractures didn't go all the way across. There's no chance of the stone breaking open unless somebody dropped it really hard. That's what I want to do in the long run. And I finally got my DaVinci program back on my new computer. Now I get to see how I've had to upload it and uninstall it about 6 times on the DaVinci Resolve. For some reason it wouldn't, and I think what it is, or for some reason it would, when I went to move the footage and the audio from my computer, or from my external hard drive that I put it on, to the program, it shows the thumbnail for each clip, but it's red and it says offline, and I can't figure out how to put it. And when I tried to, it says you can relink it. When you hit the relink button, you can relink it back to the audio or back to the footage from DaVinci to the original footage. But when I do that and go into the file on my hard drive where the footage is at, it shows with the DaVinci program's search. It shows there's no content matches my search. It's just a blank page and I've watched it on my computer just seconds before. But when this new computer that I just bought a week ago, I had to pay $1.07 for a ad. I don't know what it was exactly, but my Windows Media Player wouldn't play it without buying that 99-cent deal, and it's an MP4 file. It's a Windows Media Player. Everything on Windows Media is is MP4. But why it wouldn't play that one, I don't know. But I bought it, and as soon as I did, my footage came up on DaVinci Resolve. So maybe that's why, and maybe it was the same thing with the other computer. But the other computer was 2 years old, but I had to take it. I had to take it off of that computer. So I was really worried that whether I was going to be able to get it back on, because I had already deleted my my paid-for copy of DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Resolve Studio. I went on ahead and I shredded it with a VAST, thinking that if it was anywhere on my computer, they wouldn't give me another one, and they couldn't help me as to why it was not working right. And every time I tried to upload the free version, except for on the old computer, I uploaded or downloaded the free version on the old computer, and it worked just fine. But every time I tried to, I've uploaded it or downloaded it 5 or 6 times for the new computer, and it would take it and it would open it up, but it would not link my footage for some reason. But once I bought that 99-cent add-on or whatever the heck it is, it worked. So I'm good, and it's a studio version. I don't know the difference. It seems to take forever to load up everything. Compared to the other computer, which was a cheaper computer, I think. But it's not a studio model. When I'm hoping studio model means editing studio, video studio, sound studio, all of that stuff. I'm hoping the graphics, I know it's got a bigger RAM. It's got a 16 gig RAM, where the old one had a 12, or no, it's got a, yeah, this one's got a 16-bit, the old one had a 12. Or 16 gigabyte, the old one had a 12 gigabyte. So hopefully that makes a difference. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'm up to 97 subscribers now. I've gotten 3 in the last 2 days. So I think I did right by putting it up as private and letting YouTube look at it first before they put it out. That way they could put it out to more people. And hopefully I'll be able to make a rock hounding trip to Tennessee or Arkansas or somewhere, Kentucky. I don't want to go to Lake Superior. That was one of my trips that I was going on, but was thinking about going on. But that's still an 8-hour drive or 10, and I don't know that I want to do that for little quartzy Lake Superior agates. And I've got plenty of those, or gotten plenty of those, and I know where I could pick them up just to probably the same luck I would have if I went up there. I could get them in Macanda, because they've got a little basket about this deep, and it's half full or 3/4 full of Lake Superior agates. They're not all that great, but I did find some good ones there before that I was able to cab. That's pretty good little rock shop. But he's bought collections from people that from their estates and that type of stuff, and bought collections for people that were getting out of it and didn't want to keep their rocks anymore, but didn't want to throw them out. And so he had quite a bit of stuff, and hopefully I'll get enough with him to have him let me go back and see what he's got that he doesn't have out front. If he's got anything that he doesn't have out front that he might want to get rid of. And maybe I'll be able to get some good rocks that way. I've gotten some pretty good ones. This one here, I think I got down there. It's the one it had water line in some of it, but not all of it. There's the water line. And I saw the water line on the outside of the agate. This was the outside edge, and you can see the water line on it if your light was right in here. But it didn't go as far into it as I thought it was going to, but it turned out to make some pretty good cabs. I've still got more to do. I'm not going to have that many with water line on them, and I'm going to have to cut a lot of this stuff off, but I haven't started on those yet. I'm still trying to make good content to get you guys some stuff that you like to watch and that you want to watch. But I'm getting better views. So anyway, you guys have a good day and stay tuned for the next one.